breaking out of this cycle, especially with all these keys in towards each other. It's like it feels like you're working against yourself or you're going backwards, but it's necessary to move backwards in order to move forward in a more clear way. Hi there. So we're taking a look into Mercury retrograde. And I did do a pick a card looking into like the pre-shadow and the retrograde. So I'll have that linked in the description box and maybe additional message for you there. But in this, oh, whoops, my bad. In this reading, we have the treasures unknown and the Three of Swords on the bottom. So you could be going through a really painful and uncomfortable situation where it feels like you're being betrayed or backstabbed. It feels like this is like making you stuck, when in reality, there's a lot more to uncover. You're being gifted something. So that might be really confusing and it might not make a lot of sense to say like whatever painful situation or whatever betrayal, whatever kind of like a hurtful, it's like a third party situation, but in a way that cuts deep and hits close to home and like hits those core inner wounds and triggers, that anxiety, something very difficult here. So it may be confusing to think that that's actually a gift. But it is leading you to end some sort of major cycle. So you could have been in a kind of a repetitive cycle of experiencing this over and over again in your relationships. And it's like this time there's something very finalized about it. There's something very finalized about this experience. It's like you're finally ending this cycle and stepping into like what's yours, or you're finally being gifted something substantial, after going through all of this, like being able to close this and like step into what's yours. It's like you're being freed and released from what's not yours. It may be uncomfortable, but it's helping you to move into what is yours and what's going to give back to you. This is also like a signal that this is like the end of the struggle. You're going to break out of this cycle. It's like you're no longer going to be experiencing this, or you're free to release this and trust that this is a part of the past. You can heal from this and let this go. It's like you don't have to be attached to this pain or these wounds anymore. It's safe to let things go. You could have been held down for a long time. This was like affecting you, blocking you, stopping you from getting where you wanted to be. So even though it's like you're going through this again and you feel more stuck than ever, it's actually the catalyst to like freeing you, and kind of pushing you into a new cycles where you can start to receive like a more abundance and more people like valuing you, seeing you for who you are, giving back to you. So try to see. There's like that meme. This like if you're in a dark place and you can't see a lot of light around you, you may be the light. So trust in yourself to help guide you out of this place, and that there's like a purpose for everything that you're going through. Certain things are being illuminated for you at this time, especially during retrograde season. It gives us the chance to move backwards in order to kind of come full circle and have a greater perspective. It gives us a chance to see the other side of the coin. It's like the other side of the zodiac is reflected, so we have a lot more perspective. So it's helping you to free yourself. This is the devil energy, helping to free yourself from any sort of self-sabotage or whatever you've been kind of caught up in and held down by up until this point. So it's confusing. Like it doesn't feel like this is what's leading you to your abundance and this is what's leading you to breaking out of the cycle, especially with all these keys in towards each other. It's like it feels like you're working against yourself or you're going backwards, but it's necessary to move backwards in order to move forward in a more clear way. So you're finding balance again. Having that perspective to see things as they truly are in order to build a proper foundation, calling in that abundance, that personal happiness for you is all out there. It's like you just have to be willing to kind of release and let go of what you have grown accustomed to or like what you know, and be willing to like step into a space where you're going to be like valued, favored, seen for your authentic self. No more like self sabotaging, or yeah, feeling like it's your fault that you're being treated this way or that you're in this position. So, yeah, it's like you're getting a much needed break in the energy in order to shift into something new. So the Seven of Daggers. So someone's been very sneaky with you. You've definitely you've been betrayed here. So it could have been multiple different people with all these swords, or it's like there could be someone who uses specific tactics to try and like make you feel bad, make you feel like things are your fault. There's like someone, like if you've been getting headaches and migraines and stuff recently, especially, like there's someone manipulating your energy to turn things around on you or to kind of like mess with your head and put you in a position to where then you make choices and decisions that give you more anxiety or make you feel like even more put down or even worse. It's like you can't help but then like give in to this energy and self-sabotage. So heavy, heavy spiritual warfare and like negative influences around you. So it could be multiple people or it could be one person in particular. So it could be someone that you consider a friend or, oh wow, do you see all of this? It's like I'm here I'm seeing like people getting together to like drink and say like one person kind of has a drinking problem or something and the other friend is like encouraging them to continue to drink or to continue to do things that aren't very healthy or don't support your best self. Yeah, encouraging that toxicity, wanting you to go down like a negative path for yourself. So with the drinking is kind of like a metaphor because not everyone struggles with that. Yeah, just like taking in and consuming those things that they know are not the best for you or like tempting you to like stay connected to, held down by certain vices um, that you have. Misery loves company, like wanting you to stay in a certain lifestyle or in a certain place in your life. So, but then, yeah, it's like they could make you feel as though it's your fault that you're in that place, but it's also convenient for them because then you're on their level and you guys can like get together and they can like experience your energy. So there's definitely like energy vampire, like they feed off of you. They love being around you. So they need you to stay kind of like in a negative mindset to stay in the same position of them. You can't grow past them because they like need your energy. We have the prodigy in the reverse. So this is what's influencing things. So it's like you have all of this potential to like create all of this and to do all of this stuff. And there's like when you have these like energy vampire people around you, they're like siphoning your energy and stealing your energy. So you don't have the strength or the confidence or the energy to like speak your truth and put yourself out there and create in the ways that you're meant to, or there's like all of these blessings and all of this abundance just like waiting for you, but it's like you just have to make it a reality, speak it into existence, like manifest it, create it, and you have the power within you to call in this abundance. But whenever you're around this vampire energy vampire energy, yeah, it's like siphoning it all away from you, so then you can't use it all for your best self to move forward. And then you could feel really like negatively about this. You could get caught up in negative cycles of like beating yourself up and feeling like you're not doing enough. Like if you do slip up, say other people are really encouraging you and then you do slip up, it's like you really beat yourself up, and this like really causes you to then spiral and continue to like not do what you should do, or like not give into your, not take care of yourself, or yeah, put that energy into yourself the way that you need to in order to be able to output something in order to be like successful. And it's like you have the potential to do that, and that really threatens certain people around you, because then they're going to lose access to you. So with what's delaying things, it's like you have to kind of take your power back. It's like you have the potential to get into rooms that some of the people around you may not at this time, because they haven't put in as much work in themselves, or they don't have, you have some sort of secret. It's like this key is available to you, but it's like I'm seeing it as like someone around you is almost like holding the key to your success, like holding the key to you being able to move forward. It's like you have to take your power back and learn to tell certain people around you no, and that like they can't have access to you in every way. Like they can't have everything that's yours. They can't like steal your energy. They can't do all these things, because you could be giving them a lot of access to you and your energy, and so there's almost like this entitlement. But it could be, if it's like people that like your family or your friends, or friends that you've had since you were young, or like people that you're really close to, it could be hard to like take your power back. And there could be just certain power dynamics in relationships, or just certain ways that things are, and it's like you don't want to be like abrasive, but in a sense, like in an energetic sense, there's someone almost like holding your power, holding your ability to like unlock that next level and like speak into existence everything that's meant to be for you. It's like they're holding this and offering you this instead, right? Just to kind of keep you back in the same habits. But there's a potential to open a new door and step into a new cycle. But you just have to like take that back. You just have to like find a way to, like, you could need to heal your throat chakra, clear your throat chakra in order to like speak up for yourself, not be scared to have boundaries, speak your truth, speak your mind, tell people how you feel, um, clearly express to others what your needs are. And then if they cannot respect that, if they can't respect your boundaries, then knowing like really who's for you, and who wants you to be successful and healthy, and who's benefiting from you not being at your best, right? So with what's shifting, we have the 7 of Keys. So I feel as though you're going to realize you have a lot more options. You have so many options to create something really beautiful with your life. You have so many opportunities, so many different like doors that you could go through at this time, and all of them are just really beautiful and unique. You're like waking up to see like all of your potential, and your reality is shifting because of it. So with the recommended action, we have the 4 of Chains. And so Spirit is saying like, it's not to say to like blame anyone else in the reading, because it's like we're responsible for our own actions. So there could be like some sort of energy vampire type of stuff like influencing you, but at the end of the day, it's like we have to be responsible and accountable for our own actions, and it is kind of like ourselves that makes choices and decisions that continues to keep us chained down or held back. It's kind of up to us. It's our choice whether we want help or whether we want to make a change in our life, and it's up to us to stick to that and follow through with that, regardless of whatever sort of influence there is. So it's like being able to take that accountability or have that realization that you are in control and you have the power to create something with your life or to make a change or to not. But at the end of the day, it's like on you, and it's going to be your choice no matter what you do. But it's important to see like the energy and the influences around us, and then also be able to take that personal accountability in order to truly end the cycle and move forward in a different way. With the outcome at this time, we have the Nine of Daggers in the reverse. So it's like no longer staying up all night. We have like almost all the zodiac signs here: Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Libra, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Virgo, and Gemini, and Pisces. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, this is definitely a collective reading. So the current trajectory that you're on, the outcome at this time, is like you're already, everything I've spoken on is like you're already moving and shifting in this direction and having these realizations. It's just you found this reading as a confirmation of where you're at this time. So Spirit wants to say if you continue to move forward and make these healthy changes, and make these choices in your life, it's not going to lead to regret. You're not going to be staying up all night having anxiety over like whether or not you hurt others or you were mean or you were selfish. Um, this isn't going to lead to like regrets, or it's a lot of people could have been just kind of like emotionally manipulating you. So again, it's like you kind of bring everything back onto yourself, or like you blame yourself, or other people had a way of like hurting you but then convincing you that it was like your fault. And it's like important to take accountability for what is your fault, right? With the action, but uh if you choose to put yourself first and truly like end this cycle and walk away from whatever has been hurting you once and for all, it's not going to lead to like some sort of major regret. Like people could have convinced you or like manipulated you to feel that whenever you are having boundaries, that's whenever you're self-sabotaging. So then you actually end up like self-sabotaging and like validating what people tell you. So it's really hard for you to like stand up for yourself and have those boundaries. You feel like you can't speak your truth, because then it puts you in a negative position. It's like you take on their energy. So it's like just kind of walking away from the situation, releasing yourself, moving in a different direction, taking a different option, making a different choice, switching something up here, kind of like unapologetically. And then, like I said, while also kind of like taking accountability for what is your fault in the situation is the best way to move forward. Yeah, but the biggest thing stopping you from doing this could have just been, again, it's almost like people making you feel like you're like a bad person, or yeah, like that you're like leaving them behind, or you're doing something to hurt them whenever you're doing what's best for you. So you've taken on a lot of this energy, but it's definitely what's kept you stuck. So yeah, again, you're not going to like regret this or feel like you made a mistake. It's like in the past, you're going to look back and be really proud of yourself for how you handled it, and having the confidence to like remove yourself, level up, because this isn't easy. This is a very difficult thing. It's very painful. You could be very close with these people or this person. And so that's why you've held back, from really speaking your truth for a while. it's like you didn't want to hurt the people that you cared about, but you're not doing anything to hurt anyone else, or you don't have intentions to. It's like having to just put yourself first at this time and be sure to move forward and take opportunities for yourself. So, get grounding in nature can be a really beautiful way to work through this energy. We have distorted view, so kind of confirming it's like you've seen things in such a way that it's like through the lens of how people who were emotionally manipulating you to feel like their problems were your fault. That's the lens you've been seeing things through. So it's not a very healthy perspective. It doesn't give you a clear picture of like yourself in the situation. So this is helping, this is a deep healing for you. It's helping to heal like layers and layers of pain, or this could be associated with people that like your family or people that you've known since your childhood that you're really close to, but it also could just be re-triggering like older wounds that you have. And so it's an opportunity to heal from this once and for all and like reclaim your power from whatever really hurt you at one time, once and for all. So also it's like in the message from the beginning of like seeing this as an opportunity to heal from something that's kind of you've carried with you for a long time, and like put all of the pieces back together to feel like a more complete and whole person again. So it's like you're finally getting to release something that's been a huge emotional burden through this process, which is a blessing here. And Spirit saying, take the leap. So there's definitely a new opportunity that is coming to you at this time that Spirit is recommending. You have to let go of something good to get something great, right? So time to evolve. Decisions. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective that you chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. So, yeah, perfect message there. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers and this spider web. So moving away from what doesn't work for you and realizing the energy that people are drawing you in with bad intentions, it's helping you. It's like a divine thing leading you to people that are going to be more of an extension of your soul in the healing journey that you're on at this time. So it's like this divinely led thing leading you to a new opportunity, even though it doesn't feel like that. Um, so your intentions matter a lot more than it feels. And we also have yes. The answer is yes. Free will can influence outcomes. Use your intuition and discernment as there may be layers of information unfolding. So if you had any questions come up during this reading, Spirit wanted to confirm yes. If you had like a particular person on your mind and you're wondering, oh, I wonder if this is about them, Spirit wanted to say yes. Allow the changes happening at this time. There's layers of information all coming to light all at once. So trust that what you're seeing is true. Trust yourself. Move forward. Take the leap, as Spirit said. I do offer personal readings. But if you watch this far, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.